Giuliani, Trump's former lawyer, who's broke. I mean, he just lost that lawsuit. Trump hasn't paid him anything, from what I know. He just lost that lawsuit for harassing the poll workers. Was it Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss? And he lost $150 million, which he doesn't have. He's had to sell his apartment and stuff. I mean, he's in deep shit. But he also just recently got indicted in Arizona for election interference, to include his indictment in Georgia. So he's looking at criminal trials, right? Well, here's the deal. In Arizona, it was getting close to the statute of limitations. So Rudy was trying to dodge it. And he even admitted that and said online, so, oh yeah, if they don't get me in time, then it goes past the statute and I'm free and clear, right? So he's trying to dodge basically getting subpoenaed by the court, right? Well, did they get the papers served to him in time? Did they? They did, because he had his 80th birthday party recently, and this is what happened. Here's Whoopi Goldberg on The View to tell you a little bit about what happened. And she does a really good job of this.
I love her.
Rudy Giuliani has been mocking Arizona authorities, saying if they don't find him soon, they'll have to dismiss the case against him that he tried to install fake electors to overturn the 2020 election. But at his 80th birthday this weekend, he got a bit of a surprise gift when he was served a summons to appear in said court. Now, guests apparently were freaking out. Some were crying because they were like so upset about this. They were not so upset that he partook in lies about what was happening in the country, but they were upset that he was served. But my question is this. Let me get myself together. I knew you'd appreciate it. Did he really think he could outrun the law?
Oh, yeah.
I think he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yep, he thought he could. He thought he could.
I mean, he was bragging about it on social media.
Yeah.
He must have sure thought he could.
Yep, one more day.
It's sort of like, catch me if you can.
Well, here's what I love about it. One more day. One more day. He's all he had to dodge him. That's it. One more day, and it would have been over, right? That would have been past the statute. One more day. But he had to have his birthday party on air and announce the location he'd be at.
See, this is just the thing with these narcissistic people, and I'm not using that in the clinical sense, just so we're clear.
Right.
But these narcissistic people, they literally can't stand not having a certain amount of attention.
Yeah.
That he can't just, in his mind, be a little like a ninja. Because, okay, let's be honest, we've all had moments in lives where we're kind of like, I kind of need to hang low. I mean, mine have never been like freaking illegal things like this,
Right.
but we've all had moments where we're like, where you kind of probably want to open your mouth, but you know the right answer is just to shut up, be silent,
Right.
and not jump up and down with like glitter and like sequins and whatever. But these narcissistic types, which apparently is a lot of the Republican Party, apparently, just have to wave the flag, look at me, catch me if you can,
Right.
I'm bigger than everybody, I'm above everybody, right? If he would have shut up and stayed quiet for another day,
Yeah.
he probably really would have gotten away. He probably really would have been able to like duck this thing.
Well, honestly, I mean, if I was in that situation and I was really trying to duck the law and everything, I would not be I would be in an undisclosed motel room somewhere, right? I wouldn't be anywhere that you could find me. But he was like, oh, one more day, what's it going to matter? What's going to happen? One day, I got to have my birthday, da-da-da. What could happen? It could never go wrong. Everything's going to work out, and then it just...
Happy birthday to you.
You're convicted, or you're being served with a subpoena. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
That must have been fun, too, to serve him papers. I did that. I used to do that in college. Just to serve him, take a photograph.
You know, like the being served papers or serving people papers or whatever, like, I'm not somebody who normally finds that particularly funny. I mean, it's just an item of business. Sometimes it's
Sure.
scary. Sometimes it's just neither here nor there. It's just an item of business. But this one's pretty funny. This one's pretty funny because he was, like, being so flashy about the idea that he wouldn't get served. Like, he kind of has the laugh coming on this one.
Well, yeah, and this is for trying to overthrow an election, overthrow the government. He was there for January 6th. I mean, Rudy Giuliani is just a total scumbag. And there's just some people where they deserve it. I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like, violence is never a good thing. And then you go, well, okay, well, sometimes it's a good thing. Right? Some people just...
It's never a good thing except when it is.
It's just sometimes. It's rare, but occasionally, you know. But yeah, I mean, Rudy Giuliani, I mean, you got this guy, he's just such a clown. Remember, this is the guy that his first wife was his cousin. I always have to bring that
really?
up. Yeah, I always have to bring that up. Yep. Yep.
You know, there is a lot more of that than you would think. This is not the first time this week somebody has told me about somebody else's spouse being their cousin.
God.
Apparently this is a thing.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like, they talk about Elise Stefanik, well, you've changed, or Marco Rubio's changed, or Trump has changed. Or... No, these guys, they've always been like this. Since we were kids, they've been like this. I mean, nothing's changed. I mean, it's all the same shit over and over and over again. But yeah, I mean, hopefully finally they finally get some comeuppance.